Greetings all, Ferrariman 601 here. Welcome back to F1 2017. Well, we have had a run of podium finishes as of late, but now I want to win. Therefore, we are in the Ferrari of Kimi Räikkönen, and as you can see on the display there, we are at Spa. Short qualifying session underway, 12 minutes. So let's get on with it. Yes, parked for May conditions, I know.
Standing by.
Come on, boys, get the car ready. Who knows what the weather can do here at Spa? It's traditionally very untraditional. We've also got to be a little careful with how we actually work this session because the lap here is so long. Ah, yes. Even though it's a V6 single turbo, the sweet sound of a Ferrari never disappoints. An alarming number of sparks shooting out from underneath the car there. Just get this outlap done. And hopefully get a banker time in, just in case it does threaten to rain. At the moment, it's not. All right. Let's wind up to the line. Long run to the line here, but yes. Just get it set up out of Blanchiment. Mix 4, Modo di Festa. So I'm pretty sure that's how you would say party mode in Italian. DRS open, let's start this flying lap. Right. Eau Rouge totally flat. Not even a hint of a problem doing that. DRS now. Are we going to be held up a little bit by this car in front? Perhaps. We're gaining on him quite a bit. Who is it? Oh, it's Stoffel Van Dorn in the utterly useless McLaren Honda.
Fuel is marginal. We're close to using up the load. Pit in within 2 laps.
Do you not understand what the idea of qualifying is? You go out with marginal fuel to start with. Come on, Stoffel, I know this is your home race and all. There you go. Bottas did a 46.7. I don't have any split times yet. So we just have to drive it as fast as we can. What else is new? Welcome to Ferrariman. This is what I do. Come on, what have we got? P1!
Fantastic. That was the fastest lap.
Yes, that is exactly what we wanted. And I'm keenly aware that we're probably going to run out of gas before we get around again. Such is the nature of this beast of a circuit. 0.75 laps remaining in the tank. It's going to be close. Box this lap.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
No kidding, you can take me this lap. What do we pay you for? Let's see, who's in front? That's a Sauber. Customer Ferrari team will want to be kind to him. It's Marcus Ericsson.
Fuel now. The tank is empty.
Marcus Ericsson, who I have to say in 2018 has actually become a fairly good racing driver. Silverstone especially, that was a display. Yeah, I know he crashed, but still, or did he crash? I know Leclerc dropped out of the race. There was a problem in the pit stop. But Ericsson left the DRS open, did he not? It's not speed in the pit lane, that would be tragic. How much time have we got left in this session as one of the blowers there morphs into the front wheel? That's a graphical hiccup. Always do like these little cutscene effects. The car gets rolled back into the garage on high stands. See it rolling around a little bit there. How much time have we got left? Not a lot. Not a lot at all. Come on, guys. Forget the tire warmers. We're changing the tires anyway. Just, come on, plug them in. People are so slow at what you do. 4.5 minutes remaining. Give me the setup tablet, please. Thank you. And let's go straight up to tire select. Another set of Ultra Softs. There we go. And you did put more fuel in the car, right? You did do that? Have you done that? Yeah. Okay. Fine. Send me out. Come on, come on, come on. Take your tablet back. Send me.
Checks complete. All personnel be aware, we have a car leaving.
Alright, 3.5 minutes. That's more than enough time to get back around. And nice clear track. Car feels great, I've got to say. It should feel great considering we're on provisional pole. Three minutes. Sebastian's in P3. Wonderful. I mean, oh, what a shame. I wish he were in second. And this outlap is a case of let's go as fast as possible, but let's not hurt these tires. All right, it is business time. We're going to have enough time for one lap. We timed that a treat. Up into mix 4. Can we improve on our already provisional pole time? We're going to try. We're in the green, barely. Now we're not, now we are. Now we're not. Yeah, it's that close. All that tells me is that we did a great job extracting the max out of the car when we did. Coming up on 1 minute to go in this session. Gone purple in Sector 1. Up by 2/10. Come on, is this going to be the pole lap that every Formula One fan drools over? Let's try to make it so. Half a second up.
Seconds left in the session.
All right, I don't need to know that right now. Purple in Sector 2. This is a circa 2005 lap from Kimi Räikkönen. Let's just hope we don't have a 10-place grid penalty. There's the checkers. DRS, nail it to the line. Look at that, by over half a second. Beautiful. That should be good for pole. Not anticipating anyone pipping that. That's a lap.
So qualifying is complete and we're all set for an exciting race tomorrow. Your top three are Räikkönen, Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow where we'll be live with all the action. And until then, it's goodbye.
Well, by over half a second, we beat Lewis Hamilton to pole. That is what you call qualifying, folks. Anyway, what else have we got down here? Obviously, positions 1 through 13. Any surprises? Perez is up there. Not too bad. Vettel really off the pace compared to us. 1.1 seconds. Obviously, it's a blink of an eye, but, you know, Formula One. Red Bull's not performing that well. Haas, meh, P9. Renault P10. Yeah. Huh. The McLaren's 15th and 16th. Considering the Honda is down by about 900 horsepower on everybody else, that's not too bad. And, yep, the Sauber's at the back. Stroll in 18th. Palmer in 17th. Okay. Not too bad. Somewhat of an interesting race might be in store for us. And, of course, who knows what the weather's going to do? We'll find out in just a moment. Oh my God. It's raining here at Spa, and it's not just raining, it is absolutely bucketing down. Have a look at those puddles. The standing water is going to be atrocious, obviously starting on full wets. Who knows what's going to happen. At this point, the only advantage to being in P1 is that you won't have too much spray to deal with, but yeah, advantages are hard to come by, to say the least, when it comes to the wet. We're going to try not to make a pit stop if we can help it. We'll see how the tires last. Let's go.
Okay, go through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs.
Yeah, forget getting the tires warm. Going to want to keep these tires healthy as long as we can. Brakes are going to be in trouble. Oh, it is atrociously wet all around this place. Oh, dear. The good part of these conditions is, if you can get in front off of the line, you're very likely to stay there. The bad part of these conditions is, as we can see as we're losing the back end on the formation lap, it is hard to keep it on the road. Doesn't matter where you are. We can only hope that as we get some high speed running around here, we could get a dry line and just try and keep it on the island. An island is not an exaggeration today. I might want to be trading this Ferrari for a rowboat. but it's the same situation for everybody. Obviously, we went on a dry setup, so that's what we have to contend with. Look at this. I'm throwing it off the road at 100 km an hour. Ah, man, this is not boding well for the start of this Grand Prix, and the rain is only forecasted to get even worse. I wanted an easy day. I really did. We're at Spa. We're in the Ferrari. It's one of my favorite circuits, but not to be. We already have a little bit of a somewhat less wet line forming here, so I don't know, maybe, just maybe, things will be reasonable. Get it into mix 3 for what it's worth. I don't really think that's going to do us much good, to be honest, but we'll see. Let the computer take over. There we go. Oh dear. What have we here? Coming to the grid now. In P1. Offline. Going to be a lot of standing water here. It's really going to be all the start. If I can get a decent launch, that's a relative term in these conditions, maybe we'll be alright. There's Hamilton stopped. Bottas. There we go. Vettel stopped. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. Of course, just sitting here still, you'd be getting drenched. Probably getting cold in here. Not at all happy. No, no. But here goes nothing. Let's get underway. Off we go. Good launch. As good as you could hope in these conditions. Just squeezing the throttle on all the way into 4th gear.
That's a good start. Keep it up.
Okay. Oh yeah, not a prayer of taking Eau Rouge flat. Not today. Got 11 laps around this place. In atrocious conditions. Already not wanting to help Lewis Hamilton down the straight. Locking him up for all it's worth into Les Combes for the first time. It is wet. It is very wet. It's kind of hard to see the curbs too with the reflections the way they are. Oh boy. It is very treacherous out here. The steering feels so light. Just squeezing the throttle on. Again, not getting to full throttle until we get into 4th gear. Through Pouhon. Not even remotely a chance of taking it flat. Again, the advantage is you're in front and you don't have the spray. The disadvantage is you're the first one through all of these conditions. You don't know what it's going to be like corner to corner. Once you get a little bit of knowledge after the first lap or two, then you can anticipate where is the standing water, where is the grip. But sight unseen for the most part, it is difficult and dangerous. The good part is, if we can manage the tires, we won't have to make a pit stop. Hamilton is right there, though. We go defensive into the bus stop. I can't see the corner. There we go. We set fastest lap by default. Into La Source. It is just atrociously wet. But at very least now we've had a lap under our belts. We know where the water is more or less. go purple in Sector 1.
Situation on battle. They have some kind of mechanical.
Oh, come on. No, we can't have a Ferrari dropping out of this race already. Come on. You've got to be so careful. All these off-camber corners at the top of the hill. You're going to have the little rivers forming. Not a prayer of taking this flat. No, sir. Getting wheel spin as we're trying to get on the power in 7th gear. These turbo hybrids with the electric motors, they have so much torque. You've got to manage it so precisely. We'll get a real lap time now. Look at how slow every corner has to be taken. It is just properly wet. Honestly, if I were driving in the real world on real roads, I would be very careful in these conditions. Never mind being in a Formula 1 car in these conditions. We've gone defensive into the bus stop. Hamilton thinking of having half a look. He thinks better of it. It's a lottery right now. Hamilton sets fastest lap. Bottas sets fastest lap. We're running over 2 minutes. It is just every man for himself now. I get better drive out of La Source, so perhaps I have better traction than I think. You've just got to be really careful up here. Let's not help Hamilton if we can help it. Parking it right in the middle of the road. You can't help but lock the brakes up a little bit.
This heavy rain will last around 15 minutes, after which we should see a transition to light rain.
Heavy rain for 15 minutes. Well, thank you. That's just what I wanted to hear. No, it wasn't. I wanted to hear, you know, blue skies, sunshine, fair, 75 degrees, winds west-southwest at 5. That would be great. But no, heavy rain for 15 minutes. Hamilton is definitely better in Sector 2. We're better in Sector 1. And Sector 3 is pretty fast in normal conditions, so I don't know, we'll see. Man, look at this. We're just picking our way through it, little by little. Hamilton right there again at the bus stop. We'll have to go defensive. .207.740. Again, getting better drive out of La Source than Hamilton. That's big. That's our whole advantage right there, that one corner. It's hard to believe, but yeah, that seems to be accurate. Hamilton not really close enough to capitalize on a slipstream here. That's good. We've gone purple in Sector 1 by a second. I mean, there is definitely a dry line through many corners. Here at the top of the hill, it doesn't seem too bad, but you get, as you start to go downhill through here, and then especially this next corner with no name, it's a bit off camera. The road drops away and rivers start to form. It gets treacherous. Wuhan, the same story. Safety car.
Safety car is out. Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty.
Why have we a safety car?
Ricardo, they're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
I mean, I'm not going to complain, but wow. Wow, wow, wow. Just driving to the Delta now.
Drop your speed. Our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Waiting for the safety car to pick us up. Safety car's waiting there at the line. Just out of La Source is where he'll pick us up. I'll slot in behind him. Working lap 5. All right, safety car, get moving. There he is.
We're coming up to the safety car now. Do not pass it. You are the leader. Follow the safety car.
All right. I'll let that Mercedes dig a big hole in the puddles. Let's see what's going on. Full race update.
You're leading the pack. P1. Hamilton is behind you. The gap is less than a second. They're on fresh wets. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 7 laps to go.
7 laps around this place. May as well be an eternity. Don't know what the incident was. We apparently have all 20 cars still in the field. Perhaps the conditions are just too bad and they sent the safety car out. I mean, I threw it off the road through Pujon on the formation lap. So it hasn't gotten any better since then. Watch our temperatures a bit. The brakes are going to get too cold. And just to look at this. This is, wow. Just trying to get as much heat as possible into the brakes. Because I know that they're going to get cold, and tire temperature is not so much a concern running on the full wets, but the brakes, they still work the same way.
Sebastian stopped. His race is over.
We heard that he had a problem. I guess it was terminal. 19 cars still in the field. Again, just trying to keep brake temperatures up.
Approaching the safety car. You're leading, so don't pass it. Stay behind the safety car.
Gotcha. It's just... Again, these conditions are a lottery. I know being in front you have technically all of the advantage, but it's, you know, anybody can put it in the hedge in these conditions. Just listening to the safety car really, just when he's lifting off, because he doesn't have brake lights per se. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a restart pretty soon. I mean, the conditions have not changed at all. Again, I don't know why the safety car was sent out in the first place. I know Vettel's retired, but he dropped out after the safety car was deployed. If they're going to tell us he's coming in, they're going to do that.
Okay,
There we go.
car is coming in this lap. We'll be pacing the field in sector 3. Make sure to respect the delta until the safety car is in the pit lane.
All right. Here we go, boys. Cannot overtake the safety car. We're in mix 3. We've saved a lot of fuel. Didn't need to, but we did anyway. All right, green flags are up.
I think we're still on the right tyres for the time being.
Oh, do you? You think we're still on the right tires for the time being? What told you that we should be on the full wets right now? I'm curious. I really want to know. Anyway, working lap 7 of 11. There's a product placement for you. Okay. Let's not help Lewis down the straights. He's got a bit of momentum behind him, but that's purple in Sector 1 by 0.6 by 0.601. How about that? Ferrari Man 601 here. How are you? Anyway, back to business. This is treacherous, death-defying, perilous stuff. We do get off of the corners a little bit better than Hamilton does. That's good. That's going to be paying dividends for us. Just be so careful through Puhan. It's so tempting to get on the throttle, but until you know you can put the power on, you do not put the power on. Just short shifting a lot, testing the throttle a lot, trying to see where the rear tires are, if they're ready yet. I mean, I don't know. Does it look like conditions have improved a little bit? Maybe. Things don't look that bad anymore. There is definitely a dry line around most of the circuit now. Of course, we have to duck off of it to go defensive. That's fine by me. Just trying not to spin the rears up too much. Yep, 206. We were running 207s before, so conditions have improved a little bit. All right, again, we get good drive out of the source. That's good. We're in a great position. Full race update.
You are in first position, front of the pack. Hamilton behind. As their seconds separate you. They're on old wets. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 4 laps remaining.
Yeah, 4 laps to go. We went purple in Sector 1 yet again. So, I mean, conditions are getting better. I'm not going to pretend like they're not. It's still not great out here. Better than it was. The rain is not quite as heavy. The dry line is pretty well established through most corners now. I mean, this no longer feels stupid. This feels doable.
The situation is an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got right now.
Yeah, and there's the engineer saying the tire situation is interesting. Will somebody try to go out on inters? Because the dry line is runnable. I mean, we're running it and it's working out. But we're still going purple. And we are on the full wets. So, I mean, conditions are improving. but I think it's still a bit too early to say let's go on to inters.
Ease up in around 5 minutes. 5 minutes till low rain.
Well, if it's going to ease up in 5 minutes, it's already eased up quite a bit. That could be inters weather, but 5 minutes will be on lap 10. Be almost the end of the race. 2:05 now. The track is getting quicker. Big gap to Hamilton and Bottas behind. Big gap. That's what I want to see. I mean, it's such a hard call. If I were anywhere but the lead, I would think really hard about going on to inters right now, because it feels like it's almost ready. It's just I'm in the lead, and unless everybody around me jumps onto inters, it doesn't make any sense. We don't have enough time left. Remember Spa 2008, where they took the win away from Lewis Hamilton. It was conditions a lot like these. Such a gamble with the tires. Nobody knew what the right tire to be on was. I think Fernando Alonso made like 3 pit stops in the last 3 laps, trying to pull something out of the bag. And it came down to Hamilton and Raikkonen for the win, and Hamilton passed Kimi through the bus stop off track. Hamilton gave the position back, retook him into La Source. Then later on, Kimi crashed. They still said that Hamilton didn't concede that position properly, so they stripped him of the win. Felipe Massa inherited the win, but he didn't stand on the podium on the top step. That was such a mess that day. It's still the weirdest Formula One race I've ever seen, except for USA 2005. Really struggling to get this Ferrari stopped, and struggling to keep it all pointed in a straight line. But still a healthy gap to those behind. Anybody setting fastest lap on this lap? Doesn't look like it. That's good. It's our tire situation. Okay. Got 2 laps to go. I tried to carry a little bit more speed through Eau Rouge and Radio. That didn't quite work. That's okay. Sky's getting lighter. The rain is definitely easing off. Again, it is such a hard call. But at this rate, we'd be doing 1 lap on the inters, and I don't think it's worth it. I don't think anybody else is going to take that gamble, given the positions that we're in and given the late stage of the race. The inters are just not the tire to be on. Maybe they are the tire to be on, but it's not the time to be on them. If this were lap 3, yeah, let's go on inters, but it's not. It's lap 10 of 11. So what we really want is the safety car to come out again right now. But I don't think that happens. I've never seen the safety car come out in this game with less than 2 laps to go, because the safety car tends to stay out for 2 laps. It's our split time down by 2.5 tenths or so, 2.25. Plenty of fuel, plus 3 laps. We saved a lot under the safety car. We had a lot extra anyway. Blanchimont now is about 50% throttle. It's just amazing out here. 1 more lap.
This is your final lap of the race.
Hamilton sets fastest lap 2:05.486. He's coming. Let's get our better traction out of La Source like we've gotten all day. And we get it. That could be it. That could be what secures us. We slowed down a lot through Eau Rouge, I know. 3 laps of fuel left. This is the final lap of the race. Doesn't matter. Also getting a weird pull effect in the steering down the straights. The car feels like it's pulling slightly to the right. I don't know if that's the line I'm running, if there's a little bit more standing water on the right-hand side. Just dragging the right-hand side of the car a little bit. Just keep it together. Half a lap to go. Hamilton is there. He's there to pounce if I make a mistake.
We're seeing that the tires are too hot. You need to cool them down.
Yeah.
Some standing water.
I definitely feel that. What are our attempts? Yeah. Let's just, yeah, there we go. Cool him down a bit. Hamilton will undoubtedly have to do the same. Bleu Blanchiment for the final time. Hamilton's right there at the end. Force me defensive. We've made a mistake into the bus stop. Hamilton is right there, having trouble on traction, but we hold him off. That's a win. Yes.
Yes, you've done it. Well done.
Whew. That was hard. That was really hard. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. To Parc Fermé.
That's a fantastic performance from Ferrari. It hardly looked in doubt.
Hardly looked in doubt. Are you kidding me?
They set themselves apart from the pack today.
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
So, here they come now.
To the podium.
Out onto the podium. Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, the prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands, and they're out in force again.
Look at that. Kimi on the top step of the podium.
On the top step once more.
We need to see that. Come on, Kimi, win a race this year, please. And the champagne, perhaps it's a little bit drier than all the rain. But there it is. That was hard. That was really hard. I feel good about that one.
Now I'd like to ask you, Anthony
Come on,
Davidson,
driver of the day. Give
who
it to
was your
me.
Driver of the day.
Let's give it to Kevin Magnussen. That was a commanding
What?
performance today. Very impressive indeed.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
Kevin Magnussen, driver of the day. I mean, all right, he started in 13th. He finished 7th. The conditions were terrible, yeah, but, you know, I kept it on the road. I threw it off the road on the formation lap. Thankfully, I did it then and not on lap 1, but wow. Hamilton with the fastest lap, it appears, 2:05.486. I did a 2:05.867, but wow, that was hard. That was really hard. Vettel, the only retirement, unfortunately. Might have had 2 Ferraris on the podium there, but wasn't meant to be. That's just a lottery, though. Honestly, if the real-world Belgian Grand Prix could be that interesting, whew, race of the year, no doubt. That was hard. That is probably the hardest race I've had on F1 2017, and considering that this game isn't too long for the world anymore, at least in terms of being the latest and greatest, it could be the hardest race I ever have on F1 2017. But wow, all I have to say is wow, that was hard. But there it is. To the winners go the spoils, and we definitely won today. Top step of the podium in the Ferrari at Spa in the absolutely torrential rain. Hopefully that one was enjoyable for everybody. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, Ferrari Man 601 saying thanks, and of course, we will see you soon.